David, so nice to chat with you and meet you. Congratulations on this film. I was super scared the whole time, and I think that original like Exorcist fans like myself are really going to appreciate what you've done with the story here. I love that you made it a direct sequel to the original film, and I rewatched the original film just a few nights ago, of course, and it made me realize that like The Exorcist is a mother's love for her daughter. Here, it's a father's love for his daughter. And I'm curious why you decided to make it from that viewpoint for this particular film.
I think for me, it's something I relate to as a father of two 12-year-olds. You know, it is something that I can identify with, and my co-writer Pete Sattler, who has two daughters, he can relate as well. And so, trying to bring an authenticity there. I'm also trying to bring a little bit of a distinction to the original film, and making sure that we have different perspectives. And as much as this is a father-daughter story, I like to allude to the opening sequence and think about it's a mother with the foresight and insight to protect her daughter, her unborn daughter, with these blessings and things like that. So I'm trying to explore parallel themes to what Friedkin and William Peter Blatty explored in 1973, bringing some of these things up to date, personalizing some things, and opening up the conversation to different spiritualities.
I love that. I loved the idea of community and different spiritualities and the idea of people coming together in order to defeat evil. A character in the film says, you know, life is about finding happiness and success, and it's the devil that makes you want to give up. I loved that. Talk about that theme with you and your screenwriters and why that was so prevalent to have in this film.
Well, a lot of it is kind of those conversations that we had in the writers' room. Is it's about choice, and that choice can be something seemingly insignificant that reverberates into an epic result. And so it's making those calls, and we tried to weave it in a relatable way where, as you and I may not necessarily deal with a demonic possession or a negative entity in our life every day. I take that back. We may not deal with a demonic possession, but we probably do deal with a negative entity at some point in our day, and trying to make that relatable. So if it's not Pazuzu or a figure we pluck from demonology, it may be mental illness, it may be addiction, it may be something else that causes a loved one to suffer.
No, I love it when a good horror film brings in like real life things. Yes, we're not dealing with, exorcism here, but we always are dealing with, negative stuff on a daily basis. I love Lydia's and Olivia's prosthetic makeup and how it kept getting more dramatic throughout the course of the film. Talk about that. I thought the two of them were fantastic together. These girls absolutely killed the roles. Talk about that and how maybe that helped them get into the character more too.
It was so much fun. 2 nights ago, I got to show the movie to Lydia and Olivia and their families, and that was wild. I sat next to them and watched them scream and laugh and cry through the movie, and that was a real satisfying moment for such a arduous journey that we've taken together, because it's 2.5 hours of makeup and 30 minutes to get it off at the end of the day, and they've got school hours on top of trying to get into these very intense, emotional, expressive roles. Their friendship is what got us there. They had a joy when they met each other, and it continued on through the set. They were the light and the heart and soul of the set every day. So there were different phases of makeup, from the initial infestation, a little bit, as we refer to it. It started out a little bit naughty, then it got a little nasty, and it ended up really gnarly. So we had all these different layers, and then when they would come to set and just kind of become alive in the performance art of these roles, it was just phenomenal to watch.
Last question for you. If Laurie Strode and Chris MacNeil had to come together and fight Michael Myers and the devil, what would happen? Who would come out on top?
That sounds like the apocalypse to me, and in a sequel I need to contemplate.
I think I would die to see that movie. Hey, versus Jason, let's bring the two together and make that sequel, David. I'm dying for it. Well, again, congratulations to you today. And I also have to say, my favorite movie you've ever done is Stronger.
Oh,
I love
beautiful.
that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love that
Nice to
movie. I
hear.
wanted Jake to win all the awards for it. So I just had to say that at the end here.
Very cool to hear. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much for your time, David. Bye.
See ya.